Alright. So for today, I have Putri Dormashita. So can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, my name is Putri Nomashta. I am 20 years old from Ipopera.
From Ipopera, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for today, my topic is informal language. FSD is students of batch 1805 in Kpmsi regarding their daily communication. So my first question is, do you know what informal language is and what are the types and how do you differentiate them?
Okay, so based on what I know, informal language is something that is much more casual and spontaneous, and we usually use informal language when we are talking with our friends and our families. And for the types, well, I don't know much, I guess. I only know that there are acronyms, there are slangs and protections. And for me, I can differentiate it because I always...
Alright. Okay, my second question is, from the types of informal language that you have just listed, which of them do you think you use the most in your daily communication?
Well, I don't know which one that I use the most because sometimes it goes back and forth. Sometimes I use slang, sometimes I use acronyms. But if I have to choose, then I would say that I always use contractions.
Yeah, alright. Okay, slang is also part of informal language and our generation, the Gen Z, is well known in creating and using slang in our daily communication. Do you have some slang that only you and your peers know what the meaning is? Could you give us some example and how do they exist?
Well, yeah. Obviously, I have a few slangs that I usually use among my friends. And there is this phrase that I usually use, which is in this economy. So basically...
In this economy?
Yes. So basically, this slang is just because, as you know, lately our economy is not that good. I'm not saying that it is bad, but we can see that it's not like stable and some, so on. So I use this slang if I have a problem or if I want to complain about something. So I will use this phrase. So basically, for example, if I have a task at 4 o'clock today and I have to submit my assignment during the same time, I will compare it to my friends and I will say, in this economy, seriously? So in a way, that slang have the same meaning as seriously or as are you kidding me? So it's have the same meaning. So yeah.
Understand. Alright, so the next question. Do you perhaps find yourself not understanding some slangs? And what do you think you could not understand about the slang?
Well, of course, there are a few slangs that I can understand because if we have to be, if we talk about slang, there are many slangs that are floating around the social media. So for me, it is quite impossible to know every slangs that exists unless you spend 24 hours scrolling through social media.
Okay, could the use of informal language, especially slang, abbreviation or jargon, causes miscommunication? Why?
Well, I think it will cause miscommunication because for me, not everyone knows slangs or jargon, especially for those who don't really use social media. For example, if your friends use Twitter, they will know tea or shade. They will know slang, obviously. But if they don't use social media, especially like Twitter or Instagram, they will have difficulty in understanding the context of the slangs. So so basically, if we use slangs and the person that we are talking to is not doesn't understand it, it will cause miscommunication.
Alright, okay. I have a tea. What tea? Literally tea?
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So using informal language is indeed a part of our life. Informal language is more easy to be understood for some people. So why do you think we are not allowed to use the existing simplicity of informal language in formal contexts? Which means like during classes or presentation. Why cannot we use the informal language?
Okay, well, In my opinion, it's because that when we are talking about informal language, this language, informal language, always seen as being rude or not professional and so on. So if we use it in a formal context, we will be seen as someone who is rude and have no manners, especially by other generations, such as our lecturers, who always emphasize on the importance of using formal language in formal context as a way of showing respect.
It's for people who doesn't, we mean in the formal context, because it seems like you are uneducated or not taking it seriously, is it?
Yeah. It seems like we are making it like not important.
Alright. Okay. As a diploma in English communication student, do you think that by using informal language too often in daily communication, whereby you ignore the fact that grammar exists, affect your literary performance?
Well, it depends on the person itself. Because for me, some people will get affected by it, as well as their literary performance, while some others don't. However, if informal language is being used daily, then yes, it can affect someone's literary performance slightly, especially for us DC students, because you know, when we use informal language in a place or in a situation that we have to use formal language, then sometimes in the future we will have difficulty in constructing a sentence with proper grammar when we need to.
Okay, regarding the same situation in the previous question, do you think that by using informal language, especially slang, abbreviation and jargon, affects your fluency of speech?
Well, as I said earlier, in my opinion, it will affect someone's fluency because obviously I have seen it in real life. Since we are DEC students, we of course need to speak English during the presentation or when we are talking to our lecturers and so on. So some of my friends, since they are very familiar with using slangs and abbreviations, they always have difficulty in using formal language when they have to present something or when they are talking to their lecturers or someone who is who have a higher position. So I think that it will affect someone's fluency.
Alright, okay. If you were given the chance to reset the world, do you still want the informal and formal language to coexist, or do you wish to choose only one of the two to exist? Why?
Well, of course, I want both languages to coexist in harmony. I still want both languages because for me, both languages have their own importance based on the context that we are currently in. So, for example, if you want to get our point across fast and it is with someone that we are close with, such as our friends or our family, then we can use informal language. But if you want to ask permission or give opinion, especially when we are working with someone who is older or talking to someone who is have like a higher position than us, then we have formal language. Because for me, it will be weird if there is only one type of language exist. Because as you know, everything comes bad, such as bad and good, black and white and all that. So for me, the languages also have to come like to fight, so that we can use it depends on the situation that we are currently in.
Alright, okay. So last question, finally. Usually, formal language is to be used while communicating with someone of a higher position in the hierarchy, such as the elderly, lecturers, or bosses in a company. Why do you think the said situation happens?
Well, like I said earlier, it is because that formal language has always been seen as a language where it, as a polite or professional and so on. Like we use formal language where we want to show that we are professional. So when we are talking with someone who is older than us or have a higher position than us, then we will use formal language as a sign of respect because older generation tends to how to say this? They really emphasize like the importance of respecting someone who is older.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I think like they prefer using formal language when communicating.
Alright, sorry for that. Okay, so that's it from me, Hanis Maisarah, for today for research method. Thank you, Putri Namashita. Bye.
Bye.